Hello, this would be the part 2 of our video on the LDM2 Course for Teachers Sample Practicum Portfolio. Now, we are on page number 7, wherein we'll be focusing on the teacher-made modified learning resources. Kagaya po ng sinabi ko in the first part, during the new normal education, in the absence of the physical teaching or the traditional face-to-face, teachers are mandated or tasked to do a modified learning resources that may possibly suit the level of their students. Mayroon po tayong iba-ibang mga students depending on their level. That's why teachers can actually involve their skill whenever that they craft their own learning materials or modified activities. Now, it is under the professional standard strand 4.5 or teaching and learning resources, including ICTs on the page 7. Now, I want you for the artifacts here, insert the image form of the contextualized localized LMs. Paki-screenshot na lang po yung mga parts ng mga LM natin if they are in the document form, if they are in the PowerPoint, you can download it through JPEG format. Then you can insert it here in the box for the artifacts. Now for the annotation, I have here a sample annotation below. Because we are dealing with the contextualized and localized LMs, perhaps we can use the locale of our place. Example here in Pampanga, our school is nearby the riverbank, Masantol High School. That's why I involve in my contextualized and localized materials is about the situation here in Masantol, the livelihood here in Masantol, and of course the local environment. I infuse that in my contextualized and localized LMs. Same as with the page number 8, teacher-made modified learning resources. Same strand 4.5, teaching and learning resources, including ICT. Insert the image form of the contextualized localized LMs in the designated area. Now, if you try to observe in this part of my contextualized and localized LMs, I emphasize here the local environment and the livelihood of Masantol. I infuse that in my activities and assessment. In my previous contextualized and localized LMs, I use that particular locale in the content and in the lesson proper. Now, for this second localized and contextualized material, I infuse the concept of Masantol, the livelihood of Masantol in the activities and in the assessment part. You can do both. Pwede nyo po sila lang i-infuse sa parehong bagay. Either ways, as long as they will be contextualized and localized LMs. Now, for page 9, we have here teacher-made modified learning resources again. 4.5, teaching and learning resources, including ICTs. Now, there are schools that actually impose or implemented printed or the modules or the modular distance approach. Now, there are some teachers also that even the implementation of the modular distance learning, we kept on doing some online teaching as some supplemental delivery of lessons or the supplementary forms of delivering the lessons. You can put that in the screenshots of your platform, your online Kambustahan, or even the Google Meet screenshot as your artifacts. Then below will be the annotation. Next, we are on the page number 10. This part will be the certificates of participation in any professional development PD activities. The strand would be 7.3, professional links and with colleagues, and 7.5, professional development goals. Now, for your artifacts, you need to attach the image form or the JPEG format of your certificate either via agency, the Department of Education, or a private institution. Paid or free, that will be no problem for this. Now, below, I have here a sample annotation. I included here what type of training that I had. Either it's for pedagogical enhancement for 21st century teachers or upskilling in the English language teaching. Or you can also add here the positive use of ICT, the webinars that focusing on the new normal education, and even the mental health resiliency. Next, we have on page 11 the MOVs on engaging learners for their progress and achievement. For the professional standards strand 5.2, monitoring and evaluation of learner progress, or the learner's progress and achievement, and feedback to improve learning. Now, you can attach here your group chat via Messenger, wherein you inform the students about their progress, about the activities that they need to pass, and even consultation to parents face to face if they don't have this technology, they don't have phone that you can access them via Messenger or phone calls. Whenever that they get their modules, perhaps you can give ample of time or even extra time for you to talk about the progress and the achievement of the learner. Have here a sample annotation below. You can pause the video if you want to read and get some information about this. Next, we have the MOVs on professional engagement with colleagues. We have the professional standard strand 7.3, professional links with your co-teachers and in the school. Now, you can attach here a screenshot of the attendance and even during the discussion during your lock sessions, perhaps if I'm not mistaken, most of the trainings and seminars are converted into webinars even in the school because of the existing pandemic. Now, I have here an annotation that I utilize utilization of video-based applications in the conduct of faculty meetings and learning action cells. So you can pause the video if you want to read the sample annotation below. Next, we are down on page 13, MOVs on engaging key stakeholders in the teaching learning process. Professional Standard Strand 5.4, communication of learners' needs, progress, and achievements to key stakeholders and engagement of parents and the wider school community in the educative process. Now, I involve here parents who are submitting the answer sheets and the summative tests, and of course, parents who are getting the printed modules, and as well as we have here group messages so that I can inform the parents about the progress of their students or students perhaps about their progress as well. Now, I have here a sample annotation below. You can pause the video so that you can have a bit of the idea about what includes the annotation on page 13 under MOVs on engaging key stakeholders in the teaching learning process. Now, for the last part of your practicum portfolio, you need to have a reflective summary under 7.4, professional reflection and learning to improve practice. Now, the question here would be, do you feel that this collection of work really reflects your abilities and what you have achieved this year through the LDM course? Why or why not? You can give the gist, or you can describe your personal experience in implementing distance or the LDM, adapt analysis and synthesis of this experience and relate it to professional standards and to your professional and personal development goals. Now, just like what I have mentioned before, uh, as long as you have these artifacts, as long as you have the documents, as long as you have your MOVs, this practicum portfolio for LDM2 course for teachers will be, you can take it easily. Annotation would not be a problem because we do have those artifacts. Now, teachers, you can pause the video so that you can have a sample of the reflective summary that I have here. I do hope that this video, this two-part video that I made for the practicum portfolio will be able to help you. Good day, everyone. Sulong Edukalidad.